Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. I bring to you Pete and Pat.
Thanks very much. So welcome back. I have to correct what I said at the end of the last one. That there's only one person doing static. There's loads of people doing static. I must have misheard someone.
This is the one comp that there's so many static lovers.
Yeah, it's like the vertical blue of static. As many static dives as you want over 3 days. So the order is going to be the same as this morning, but I think with some athletes probably not doing a second dive. So in the first heat, we have Fitri, Florian, and Jean-Noel again. Jean-Noel was, his dive was a bit shorter than what he'd normally do. So I think he'll be hoping for better. I spoke to him. He said his contractions started at 2 minutes, which is early for him. So yeah, just like not super comfortable, not a great dive. And so he kind of aborted that one early. Florian, I don't know what he's going to do on this one, actually. Is he trying a no warm-up on this dive, or was he talking about tomorrow when he said that?
Well, I don't know actually.
Warm up tomorrow, for sure.
Yeah, so he was talking about doing less of a warm-up this morning. That's how he managed to get that massive 10:40.
But he did one.
He did one.
Yeah, less, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
less than
'cause
yesterday.
Before. Yeah, and so he was considering maybe doing a no warm-up. I don't know if that's now or if he's going to try that tomorrow. But I doubt he's going to, I don't know. I doubt he's going to do better than earlier, but then that's what I thought yesterday, and he did better in the second dive. So anything could happen there. And then Fitri is also going again.
2 minutes.
So yeah, athletes just getting their 2 minutes to OT. Fitri this morning did 5:21, which was better than her first dive yesterday.
And it's also her personal best and comp best, of course.
Yeah, nice. And yesterday afternoon session, her hold was like a minute shorter. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen there, whether or not she's going to take it a bit easy or if she's trying again. Doing like 2 PBs in a day is challenging, I would say, but we'll see. I don't know if she's treating this just as a fully static comp, because she did static yesterday and some decent dives, and then static again today with some better dive. So yeah, we'll see if she's actually going to do any other disciplines. She's a pretty well-rounded diver. Usually does a lot of dynamic stuff. So yeah, interesting to see.
Usually about 150 and a turn for dynamic, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that was the 130 to go there. And, it's getting pretty warm now.
Don't jinx it.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean it's gonna?
I
Yeah,
still have one more day.
yeah, true. But it's 1 p.m. here, so it's been sunny all day, so it's pretty warm. I don't think that makes things much better for the athletes. Yeah, 30 seconds to go to OT. You can see Florian is already taking his last breath and started packing. It's a lot of packing.
I think he does about 25 or 27. He said he did more on another day, but okay, well, something like that.
Yeah, he takes some pauses. Makes me think the stream's frozen, but then carries on. So that's the OT. And Jean-Noel's down, Fitri is down, and Florian's down at like 8 or 9 seconds.
Yeah. He takes a while to bring his arms down.
Yeah, just easing his way in. Yeah, I feel like sometimes moving slowly is kind of nice. You just don't. If you move too quickly, you can find your body kind of tenses to trying to like stabilize yourself. And just make sure you move slowly into the water. Then you don't get that kind of just instinctive kind of like tensioning of your core to stabilize yourself. Fitri again going with the noodle around her feet. Always manages to roll and keep it under her feet.
She needs to remember to take it off before she stands up.
Yeah. Got Ronaldo coaching her there. with the umbrella just for a bit of shade. And none of the pool is shaded now, so all the athletes in the sun. There's a bit of cloud coming and going, so it's not like super direct sunlight.
The sky looks very Simpsons, actually. No?
What do you mean?
Simpsons. The Simpsons.
Like the start, the opening. I see. Yeah.
Is that right? That one?
That's the right one. Yeah. Yeah, we actually had some a lot of birds flying around here yesterday as well during the competition. We had some eagles, we had some hornbills. Oh,
Yes.
you know, remember any cameras focused that way? It's not an ornithology show, so we'll keep it focused on the pool. That's some scuba divers training in the background there. There's no one cheating by huffing O2. Free dive. Okay, so athletes are all coming up on 2 minutes. And obviously, everyone looking pretty chill still. As we know, Fitri and Jean can both do like over 5 minutes. So not much going on for either of them at this point. Yeah, and yesterday, Florian told us that he wasn't going to go over 9 minutes in his second dive, and then
Yeah, man.
did like a 9:55, which was better than his first dive. So on this one, I think he plans to probably take it easy again, but I'm not sure if he's experimenting with a no warm-up. But again, we'll see what happens. I'm sure if things are feeling good, he'll push on. But I don't know whether or not anyone's able to push on above what he did this morning, 10:41.
I think there was in a story he posted on Instagram that he did like a few 10 minutes in a row. Did you see that?
I didn't.
I don't know if I got that right now, but
Oh, you mean so in training he's done
In
like
training.
multiple tens?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he's definitely capable then. I mean, Florian's always holding his breath, right? It's just us crazy training sets.
or fun. It looks fun. He
Yeah.
goes down and moonwalks around, gymnastics underwater.
Yeah, definitely. Him and his crew like have this kind of they do the kind of the same kind of static training everyone else does, but then they try and mix in just kind of like entertaining holds, just to help
Training.
distract themselves. Yeah, exactly. Which definitely all helps, right? I think a lot of freedivers have experienced how you go on holiday and you do a bunch of like just fun dives and snorkeling, and somehow actually, you've improved your diving. So Jean-Noel there just touching the wall at 4 minutes. I think he did that this morning as well, just a bit of a stretch. Maybe he's strong sensations of contractions, but then you just release the wall again and just trying to find that relaxed state again. And he's reaching the wall again. So yeah, this is similar so far to his dive this morning, but longer, right? Actually, yeah, so he was already up at 4:17, his first hold this morning. So already an extra 30 seconds. And Fitri's also making her way to the wall at 4:50, taking her feet off of her noodle and putting her feet down at the same time as Jean-Noel's put his feet down and put it back up again. And Fitri's up at 5 minutes, bang on 5 minutes. And Jean-Noel also putting his feet back down again, but very, very slowly. Like he can't decide if he's going to come up or not by moving his feet up and down. He's at 5:20, so over a minute longer than he did this morning, and he's up. I think that's about 5:25, and that looked like a clean service protocol. Fitri looked like very clean on the exit. I wasn't watching, I was distracted by Jean's dive, but yeah, she's got a white card. Yeah, good dive from her. Like not as much as she did this morning, but more than she had done previously in a competition before coming here this weekend. So like a good solid dive from her. So not pushing it like this morning. But yeah, really good, like backing up of the dive she did earlier on this morning. Yeah, her previous best before this competition was 4:45. So yeah, nice long dive for her. And just Jean-Noel just waiting for the judges' card still.
And Florian still looks very still.
Yeah, Florian's barely moved. 6:30.
Some contractions.
Looks like the judges are deliberating for Jean-Noel's dive, so looks like it might not be a white. Not sure what's happening there, but it doesn't look as if he's been awarded a white card, so he's either a red or a yellow. So we switch now to Florian, still motionless at 7 minutes. I didn't see what was wrong with Jean-Noel's dive. Maybe it was a touch from the coach, I'm not sure. Florian coming up to 7:45. Still no movement. I mean, Florian doesn't really move at all much until he's kind of making his exit. A lot of other people grab the wall, stretch a bit, maybe kind of play around, like holding the wall and rolling themselves forward and backwards. It's Aaron. But yeah, Florian just floats until he's ready to kind of move towards the exit, which is what he's doing now. He's putting his hands up. Yeah, so he's definitely not pushing on this one. It's 8:20. Coming up for 8:30. This looks like it'll be a sub 9-minute hold.
Is he using
Mask? Looks like goggles and a nose clip. Yeah.
He was saying this morning that the mask was better for him.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's up and looking very controlled, just very slowly. Oh, he's not taking his nose dip off there. It's a red card. Well, I feel like that was just because maybe he wasn't focused because he wasn't, trying so hard. Sometimes just
Yeah.
when you're a bit too relaxed, you just kind of forget. Whereas when you're pushing for a PB, you're really focused and focused hard on the service protocol. So yeah, just a little bit of a slip of concentration there. It's probably got him a red card, but he obviously looked fully in control there. But I guess also, yeah, like when you're hypoxic, your coach is shouting your instructions. When you look kind of nice and relaxed like that,
Yeah.
maybe
I wouldn't be surprised if after the mammoth hold this morning, he's pretty fatigued and desaturated and full of oxidative stress and stuff like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if hypoxia crept in a little bit earlier as well.
But yeah, definitely no samba or anything, but I think that's going to be a red for him.
Yeah. But also because he was using a mask this morning, and that's just one movement to remove the mask. And this time he removed the goggles.
Okay.
And forgot the nose clip.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah, I think it's people sometimes make that mistake switching from depth to pool as well. A lot of people just wear a nose clip in depth, right? And then when they get back to the pool, they've got goggles on, they can just remove the nose clip and sign, forgetting to remove the goggles. So it's a red card for Florian.
It's okay.
And I don't know if we've seen the official result for Jean-Noel yet. What happened there?
What is RC?
Red card.
Okay, so we don't have any sponsors advertising.
You can do a pitch for your own. So thanks, Pat, for prompting. So here's again a reminder of our sponsors. So thanks to everyone you see here on screen, Phoenix Rehab, Prussian Blue, who supplied some fins for the 2 pairs of fins, is it, for the overall winner for men's and women's. Rugby, who do protein shakes, and Ocean Hugs, GetECstatic, who are sponsoring the media, Freedive with Pat, who's sat right here. Tell us about that, Pat. Freediving with you, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, Freedive with Pat. Pat organizes trips to lovely places in Indonesia.
I think this one's going to be more like discovery courses.
Okay, so yeah, I think the prize.
You can give to your friends who might be interested in freediving.
Yeah, so yeah, Pat sponsored some free discovery classes. Lazy Fish, I'm not sure what they have provided.
Lazy Fish has a whole range of products, and I think, I've never seen a freediving company, apparel company. They have like fashion, what's it called, when the models walk down the thing?
A catwalk.
Yeah.
A fashion show.
Fashion show. They have fashion show.
Okay.
And
and Barbarian does nose clips. Some lovely wooden nose clips that are going to be given away as prizes, but also available for purchase. So you can see the official results there. Fitri, the only person from that round with a white card. So yeah, Jean-Noel has been given a DQ touch, it looks like, which means his coach will have touched him after he surfaced. Usually what happens there is they'll review it to see whether or not it was a supportive touch. Because if it doesn't support the athlete, then generally it's not an issue. But I think what usually happens is a red card's given and then they review it to see whether or not it was supportive or just touching. Because if you're putting a heavy hand on the athlete's back, you're actually making it harder for them to get up. But if you're putting your hand under their armpit and holding them up, obviously that's a red card. So we'll see whether or not that gets overturned. I mean, it didn't look like he needed any support, so it was just an accident, right, by the coach. Like, these things happened to me in competition before as well. So yeah. So you can see the next round of athletes getting warmed up, ready for their dives. In the next round, we had Tomas this morning, but obviously he's more than happy with his new national record, and so he's gone home. He won't be competing again today, and he's not competing tomorrow either because he'll be working. So he got a red yesterday, but excellent national record and white card in his static today. So where it says Christian Tomas is actually Michelle getting warmed up ready for the next OT. If there's no diver in front of you, you can just get warmed up in the dive in the competition zone, which is nice. You don't have to move through the transition zone from the warm-up zone, so you can kind of stay a bit more relaxed. And then
can I just interrupt you for a second, Pete?
Yeah.
What happened to Michelle this morning? I was warming up when she
yeah. So I've
did
mentioned
her
it a couple of times, but it was over time. So she came up and took her face gear off, and then had a bit of a shake and quite a long time to recover. And then she did the OK sign, and yeah, apparently it was just over 15 seconds.
was it? Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine.
But oh, really? Oh, okay, right. So
They reviewed it on the video. Okay, that's
Right,
great.
right.
Good news, good news.
So yeah, I hadn't seen if there'd been an overturning of that. They said they were going to review it. It was like 14.9, so that was a white. But she actually, when I asked her how the dive was, rather than talking about that, she went straight to how she wasn't that happy with the warm up. She was too hot. She had to take her wetsuit off, I think, during her warm up holds. There's part of her warm up is an FRC dive where she sinks to the bottom, and I think she either does or doesn't like a weight to be put on her for some of those, and David got that part of it wrong, so that annoyed her while she was underwater.
So
It's always-
husbands, basically.
Yeah. It's always the problem with statics is that if your coach is doing something you don't like, obviously you can't communicate that fact because you just have to try and remember it for after. And there was one other thing I think. Oh, she said she didn't hear the start so well because that end of the pool is quite a long way from the speaker, so she wasn't sure if that was her start or not. So yeah, overall, I think she feels like she can do better. So
What was
she's
the
gonna.
time for that one?
I think, what was it? 5 something, 5:30 something. Let me see it. 5:36.
5:36. Okay,
Yeah.
it's still quite close to her comp PB.
Yeah, absolutely. Decently long time.
Okay, I'm going to leave you and go and hyperventilate for a few minutes.
Okay, have fun. Yeah. So Tom's OT is in 35 minutes. No, more than
43 minutes.
43 minutes. But he's starting his warm-ups now. As we all know, he has pretty long warm-up. Costume change.
I'm gonna coach him later.
Okay. And yeah, so I don't know if Luis is going again. I think he is. I haven't seen him warming up. And Benoit is going again as well. Oh yeah, so you can see Lewis in the lane there now. So he obviously had a big push today in the morning. Fairly heavy samba. Some good coaching. He was instructed by his coach to come up. The surface protocol was going okay, and then suddenly, blood pressure drop and a bit of a shake. But just managed to recover it without making any mistakes in the surface protocol. So got himself a white card. I feel like it might be hard for him to improve on that in the second dive of the day, given how much of a push that was this morning, but we'll see how he does. And then Benoit, I spoke to him after his dive. So he did yesterday he did a 850. This morning he did a 857. And he said it felt harder than yesterday because the first minute he was a bit nervous. He wanted to get the 9 minutes. And because he knew from yesterday that he was on form for it, there's a possibility that he kind of felt maybe a bit of pressure to actually get there. So always with freediving, when you want something, it makes it a little bit hard to get it. You add a bit of pressure to yourself, and he felt like his heart. He said he could really feel his heart rate in the first minute of the hold. So he's going again now. I asked him what was the plan, and he said just going to try something a bit different. He's taking his wetsuit off so he can pack a bit more, so a bit more less compression on his chest from the wetsuit. So hopefully he can squeeze a bit more air in.
Not too cold today.
Yeah, exactly. It's warmed up now versus this morning. It's really sunny, so wetsuit's not really necessary if you're just doing like a couple of warm-up holds.
I think even if you already did a long dive in the morning, this competition allows for 2 static in a day. It's just good to get in that comp experience with the countdown with the judge and getting your head into the thing. Whether or not you do a big dive or not,
Yeah, absolutely.
good opportunity.
And like you say, it allows you to experiment with trying different things out. Like he's trying something different here, right? No wetsuit, packing more. See if that works for him. So he said the aim was to get to 8 minutes and then see how it is. So from the sounds of it, potentially he might be going for another long hold if it's good. So he definitely didn't say he was only taking it easy. Going to see how it progresses. So they both get down well at the start.
Do you think should I go?
So Pat's just heading off again to help out Tom with his warm-up. Tom's warm-up currently seems to be consisting of him just chilling out, listening to music. So the what you're seeing there in screen A as a reminder is not Tomas. It's Michelle getting ready for her dive in the next heat. Yeah. So coming up for first minute. Can you just send someone over? Can you send someone over? Okay. Yeah, so Luis being coached by Bart again. He did such a good job of coaching him this morning. Luis in turn was coaching Bart. Not that Bart really needed any coaching. His surface protocol was done within a second of surfacing. And I can see to my right that Jean-Noel is handing over 50 Singaporean dollars to lodge a protest. So he's protesting the DQ touch that he got. I guess after reviewing the tape, I guess they think it was not a supported touch. So he's going to protest that. You have to pay up front, and if your protest is successful, you get your money back, and if it's not, you lose the money. And where does it go? No one knows. Goes into the kitty for more food. Yeah, for the safeties. So we've got Ronaldo with us.
Hi everyone. How's everybody going?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Yeah.
How was your dive?
Went well. Yeah. Not expected, but yeah, pretty happy with the result.
National record, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Is that PB as well?
PB as well. The previous PB was 2 years ago when I was in Jeju.
Oh wow, nice.
190.
Yeah.
Now adding 3 meters for the dive today.
Nice, excellent.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thanks.
Yeah, we were commenting on your dive yesterday. We noticed that maybe you hadn't been doing so much bifins because it looked like you've got quite a lot of lactic and
Yeah. Not making an excuse here, but I think my the fin quality that I've been using, like downgrading, it's not as stiff as before and gives me a lot of lactic because I've been having this fin for 3 years. It's still a good fin though. It's just I feel the rubber is getting softer and like more flexible compared to like a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Right.
So time to get new bifin, I guess.
Yeah, not responsive, right?
Not responsive enough.
Yeah.
But then, for monofin, the fin is still well, and then today was pretty fresh as well. I feel good when I was waking up, and contraction came early, like before 50 even, but a very small one.
Right.
So
I'll just pause you there because it's like
sure.
Lewis is coming
Cool.
to the
No
exit
problem.
at 3:50 and 4 minutes. I think his time this morning was like 4:05. 4:07. So it looks like on for at least that today. Yeah. He's now going past 4:10. Bart's not shouting at him this time, so he's still down and he's up at 4:20 and a really strong, clean surface protocol. No messing around this time. But he's now blood pressure drops. Wow. And he's on the okay sign. So again, he leaves a very long break between like taking his face gear off and making the okay sign and saying okay, which like is risky because if you say anything during that period, you get a red. So potentially you want to like leave the face gear on until you're ready to do the whole thing. But sometimes you don't know, right? Sometimes your blood pressure drops like that, or
Correct.
It just kicks in.
Correct.
But hopefully he's got a white there. That's massive effort from him there. 2 real maxes in the day. I think both of them were like as good as he could do at the time. Like both of them pushed to the limit. So we'll see if that was a white. That'd be an excellent result for him. Sorry, you were saying that your bike fins look like they need to be relegated to training fins, right? You need to get some tighter ones for comps.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, for monofin, it still works well, and the dive went well. Contraction came early. Not really lactic. Didn't really have like lactic, and then just continue on. Feel I could push to 200, but it's okay.
You don't want to make your national record too far.
That's true.
National record, just add
That's
2 meters
true.
at a time.
And then when I went up, already like hypoxic, a bit blurry as well. So I think it's a good decision to come up.
Yeah, nice. So Lewis did get a white card there again. So a very similar service protocol to his first one. Goggles nose clip off, bit of a shake, good recovery, and then a white card. And so it's looking back at, that's the wrong name on the screen there. That is not Thomas, that's Benoit. I think the time is about right though. So 6:20. The PB you see at the bottom of the screen there, 7:55, is from before this comp started. So as of this morning, it's now 8:50 something, 8:57 was it this morning? Yeah, 8:57 this morning. 8:50 yesterday, 8:57 this morning. And yeah, coming in now towards 7 minutes. You see he's rocking a bit there in the water. I guess that's from his contractions. As he links his hands together. And now he's getting some pretty active coaching from Florian. Pretty quiet for the first part of the dive, just giving him time updates. But now there's like a little bit more encouragement. I think he realizes this is a struggle phase for him. And maybe that's signaled by him linking his hands there. And Florian's giving him some bit of a pep talk. Yeah, just some bit of rocking backwards and forth. It's like some very strong contractions. It comes into 7:30 and reaching towards the wall. So he told me he was going to go to 8 and then see how things felt. Seems to be checking his fingers, like running his, I can see on a different screen, running his thumb over his fingers just to check the sensations in his hand maybe. It's 8 minutes. And we saw this from him yesterday, like stretching out and then rocking backwards and forward just to kind of help keep himself focused. A lot of coaching here from Flo. And he's up at 8:15. And that looks like that's a white card. So it's a big dive. It's not as big as we saw from him first thing yesterday. It's more similar to the 8 minutes we saw him do yesterday afternoon. I think this morning took a lot out of him. Judging by how much he was rocking there and how much he was moving around towards the end, I don't think that was as comfortable even as his dive this morning. This morning he was pretty much motionless until he kind of made his exit. Today he seemed to be kind of struggling a little bit more, and you could see him rocking with the contractions, but really good result. 8:15, another very solid dive. Yeah, again, that was more than his competition best before he arrived here yesterday. I'm sure he'll be pretty happy with that. And he still has tomorrow, another 2 dives tomorrow. So I think he really wants that 9 minutes. See if he can get that in either of his dives tomorrow. Okay, so up next we have Michelle and Aaron, and that's it. Yeah, 2 for this heat. So let's say this morning, Michelle initially got a red and it was overturned because her surface protocol was in 14.9 seconds. So initially it was given as a red card for being overtime, but they've reversed that and given her a white. But yeah, as we've mentioned before, there's a lot of things that she wasn't really happy with in the preparation for the dive and the dive itself. So I think she's hoping for better. So she's going to give that another go. And then Aaron did a 6:50 this morning. I don't know how happy he was with that. I haven't had a chance to speak to him. It was similar to his dive yesterday, and a little bit off of his personal best, which is a 7:30 for the national record. But someone was saying earlier that he's been ill. Yeah, I think Tomas was telling me he's been ill and he's recovering. Yesterday in the afternoon session, he took it more as a training dive. So we'll see if that's the case again today. I swap you out for Dimitri. Thanks. So saying goodbye to Ronaldo, and we're getting Dimitri in here for a chat. Thanks, Ronaldo. So Dimitri,
Hello.
how you doing?
All good.
2 big dives for you in the last 2 days.
Yeah.
I don't know, did you already chat about your dive yesterday or?
No.
You didn't? Okay, so
Yep.
national record.
Yeah.
Not your first.
No.
And a personal best.
Yeah, personal best as well.
Where was it?
272.
272 with a monofin. Yeah, amazing. I was mentioning on the commentary that you've started training a little bit differently now. Since you got back from Japan, you were chatting to a bunch of the divers there from the other teams around the world and
Yep.
picking up some training tips.
Mm-hmm.
So you think it's been paying off?
I think so, yeah. Doing more long dives, doing just more intensive training overall, I think that helps. Yeah.
And then today with no fins, I see you're adding like a dolphin kick in. Is that
Yeah.
something that's new as well?
Yeah, that's also something new. Since I haven't done that before Japan, before AIDA World Championships, so I started doing it after. First, like as a experiment, I guess. But then it felt natural, and I just kept it. I remember trying it like maybe a few years ago, and it didn't feel right. It was like a bit awkward, so I didn't continue with it. But now it felt good, and yeah, I think it gives me a bit of a acceleration for just before the arm stroke.
So is your overall speed quicker?
No, I think it's just the so when you do like an arm stroke and a leg kick, after
Yeah.
the leg kick, you kind of like almost come to a complete stop.
Because you're having to reload the arm.
Yeah. So if you don't do if I just do like an arm stroke after the leg kick, then that means you kind of like starting from zero, you have to
Make a bit of
go
effort.
from zero to like whatever your speed is, and like you have to break the I don't know how to say how to explain it.
The
but
opposite
like
of inertia.
correct, yeah, you have to break the inertia
Yeah.
and pick up some speed, but that little kick that kind of gives you that little speed, that little acceleration there in the beginning, and that makes the arm stroke later makes it a bit more efficient.
Yeah, less of an effort to catch the water at the start.
Yeah, like it's just easier to start from some speed than from no speed.
Yeah,
I think.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think
and that results in a longer glide afterwards.
I think you can feel that the opposite of that if you were to experiment with like anyone can experiment with coming to a complete standstill before doing an arm pull.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when you're doing arm pulls only, you can really feel that you're not even doing the same arm pull because you're having to generate all that power.
Yeah,
it's very hard to
that's
keep
it.
the
Yeah,
same technique.
that's it. Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, that little extra kick. Nice. So was that a PB? A PB in a 50-meter pool, right?
A PB in a 50-meter pool.
Nice. Yeah, and up from like a few meters, right? Like.
Yeah, I did like 185 in training, so
Yeah.
quite similar to that. Yeah. One day reached 200, but
that was in a 25.
still not.
Oh, sorry, one day.
Still not there.
Yeah.
One day.
And so you're currently in the overall lead, I think. Obviously, there's a lot of guys here just doing static, and so I don't think they're going to be challenging for the overall lead. Although Flo might get close even with with the one discipline. But what are you thinking for tomorrow?
I'm not sure. Like I'm kind of happy with those 2 days, yesterday, today. So kind of done what I wanted to do. So the rest, I might do some bifins, which I haven't trained at all.
Yeah.
Or I might just like not start.
Not start.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So you were keeping like day 3 in reserve, were you, in case?
Correct. Yeah. In case I got like a red card on one of the first 2 days, I would do it for sure. But now I got white cards. Happy with that. So we'll think about it. I mean, it's always good to do one more dive, but then it's you get tired as well.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, there's not many comps where you do 3 days straight, right? Even the big ones, you'll get a rest day in the middle. So it's a lot. Yeah, and especially if you can't, it's hard to train all 3 out of 4 disciplines to a good peak. So okay, well, good luck with whatever you decide to do. Unless you decide to not start, then you don't need any luck. Good luck with your day at work.
Yeah, thanks.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So we are about 4 minutes away from the next OT. and Tracy's come to help with the commentary. And have you decided to not do your second start of the day?
Yes, I have decided not to do my second start of the day.
Okay.
Judy was just mentioning that she noticed the loss of countdown, and she's like, "Oh, don't dive, don't dive." But I still dove, and I told her why I did that, because I rationalized, oh, then I'm gonna be hungry. I'm gonna have to do it again with a hotter weather, and then the water actually felt cool, so might as well just start the dive. And so I did start.
Yeah, it's a lot warmer now than it was this morning. But that's a lot of thought to be going through your head.
It was.
Which is why it's not ideal to have these kind of issues, right?
It did distract me for a bit, yes.
Yeah.
But then again, I kind of quickly rationalized it. Am I going to do it now or not?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's hard to like prepare again for another
yes,
max. I
right.
think we saw that with Dagoury yesterday, right?
It's
It's
true.
really a struggle the second time around. You spent like a day planning for the first dive, and then you get like a couple of hours to like try and get refocused again for another one.
Yes, it's a
tricky.
bit tough.
Yeah.
And tough mentally, mostly.
Yeah.
And
Well, you never know what it's going to be like physically until you start it. But
that is true.
It's pretty difficult.
I mean, I've done a couple of long dives, like 2 long dives in a row. I know that my second dives would always be not as good as the first. Okay, and it's 2 minutes to OT. We've got there on the screen Michelle and Aaron.
Yeah.
Michelle in zone A and Aaron in zone B.
Aaron's this morning, I'm pretty sure he had his hood on. This afternoon he's taking it off. Like, it is a lot warmer than it was earlier. Michelle in the same wetsuit top, no trousers, and with an umbrella for some shade.
Aaron's taking his last.
Yeah, Aaron having to do the splits again for his start, just so he can stay nice and low in the water. It's a shallow pool and he's quite tall, right? So his legs very wide. Yeah. 1 minute to go. See Aaron just like gently rocking backwards and forwards with his breath, helping relax. And I guess Michelle had a good stern talking to David about his coaching in her warm-ups. She wasn't happy with it this morning, so hopefully that's been resolved and she got her warm-ups right for this one.
See how it goes.
Yeah. I don't know what. Do you know what Michelle's going to do tomorrow?
Oh, she won't be here tomorrow. She's
okay.
working.
Right.
It's 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Aaron's down.
Oh, Michelle was late getting down there, I think. That looked like 11 seconds. So that would be a yellow card with like a 1 point deduction. I think that's if our stream is synced up properly with the time. Yeah. In fact, if there's a delay, it would be worse. But yeah. So maybe a yellow card there for Michelle, but we'll see.
Also, it's quite far. The countdown is quite far from Michelle's side.
She has another one.
She has.
Yeah.
That happened to me once. I had a yellow card, one of the comps. It's because I overpacked.
For static?
For static, yes. And instead of exhaling, I just held it like for a few seconds just so that I won't pass out.
Oh, you overpacked like you were going to get a packing
Yes.
blackout. So you paused before you went down.
It was an uncomfortable dive.
Yeah. Yeah, it's easy to do. It's only a 10-second window, and it's easy to go early. I know Daryl went a second early, or right on the 0 in Japan, and got himself a yellow card on his static. He went right on official top, which apparently is early, so he got a 1-second penalty. So Aaron coming up on 2 minutes already.
Xiao, 1:55.
A few seconds behind.
It is getting hot and humid here.
Yeah, it really is. Aaron yesterday, yeah, took like a bit more of a conservative dive in the afternoon. Just did 5 minutes. So maybe we'll see something like that today. The crew is erecting umbrellas around the commentary booth here to give shade to the monitors, the router, and the phones, because there's a risk of everything overheating in the sun.
They're just so experienced in Singapore because, again, it's so hot here.
Yeah. Where did you get these mini umbrellas from?
Tom.
Okay. Tom apparently has a supply of mini umbrellas.
Small electronic shop at home.
Okay, so both Xiao and Aaron just crossing over 3 minutes now. See,
Florian
is coaching from underwater.
Yes.
Switch that camera. He's come back up now, but Florian was actually doing his own little static and watching Aaron from underwater. I guess trying to determine how strong the contractions were or whether they'd started. So that's some advanced coaching there.
He sneaked in some training.
Yeah, secret training. So he does it. That's it. There you go. And he's going down again. You can just see Florian to the right of the screen there with his hand up. Just checking on the contractions that Aaron's having, seeing the size of them or whether they've started.
Good. Now past 4:30.
Yeah.
Michelle as well.
Is it because we've covered the router? Shouldn't be. So we have a bit of a problem with the streaming now. We're just stuck on Aaron, but Michelle isn't moving yet. Still looking nice and relaxed. Coming up on 5 minutes.
Let's see.
Yeah.
We're trying to switch screens, so you could see Aaron there rocking a bit and Florian coaching intensely.
Yeah, so you can really see his contractions now pretty strong, like arching his back even, and his legs kind of hitching down. And Aaron's up as well at 6 minutes. It's hard to follow both here. Aaron's looking pretty good. I didn't see if he did the OK challenge. Sure he did. I think it was a little early. There's a lot of coaching going on from David there with Michelle. I think she was fairly hypoxic. He was just telling her to breathe while she was doing the service protocol. It looked like she did it all in the right order. It was slightly obscured by David's umbrella. So we'll wait to see how both of those went. So Aaron's already been awarded a white card. It was quick. So yeah, a good solid dive from him, like backing up his 6:51 this morning. He's done it 6 minutes. And Michelle's also got a white card at 5:48. So
Nice.
that was an extra 12 seconds on her dive this morning.
Ah,
Good result. Like really getting close to 6 minutes there, isn't she? And
she's done 6 minutes in training
yeah.
a couple of times.
And yeah, Aaron doing just like a good solid 6 minutes plus there, which is like a minute more than he did yesterday afternoon. A little bit less than both of his morning dives, but like showing really good progress overall, I think. And yeah, he's not been well apparently, so
He's not.
apparently Thomas was saying he's been a bit ill and he's kind of recovering. So hopefully he continues to recover tomorrow. So today, both dives today, like his morning dive was longer than yesterday's morning, his afternoon was longer than yesterday's afternoon. So if it continues, then should see some good dives from him tomorrow, maybe approaching his PB and national record of 7:30.
Exciting.
Yeah.
I wonder what pizza they had last night. Did anybody tell you?
No.
Yeah, because they were talking about what pizza to get and where to get. So I recommended a couple of places.
Who's that?
But-
The Phuket crew?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they said they want to grab it. I'm like, you're in Singapore. Pizza is supposed to be from oven to table. But yeah,
Yeah, Little Island Brewery is pretty good, isn't it?
it is pretty good. And it's proper pizza even.
I doubt they're on the beers though last night.
I doubt it.
No.
Doubt it. Otherwise they won't be getting that kind of result.
Yeah. It's hard to do. It's quite hard to do 10:41 with a hangover. Yeah.
And also that's a lot of carbs.
Yeah. So
Okay.
up next, we just have Tom. So I spoke to Bart. He was really happy with his dive this morning. Bart did a 5:45,
Oh, nice.
which, as I recall, was like a competition best for him. His previous competition best had been a 5:27. So he added like nearly 20 seconds, 18 seconds onto his comp best. So he's pretty happy with that and doesn't think he's going to be able to improve on that this afternoon. And
Did he do a no warm up?
I don't know actually.
So what I remember is Bart does a no warm up dive for static.
Yeah, like a madman.
Like
I mean,
me.
they're increasingly popular these days, no warm-up statics, but yeah, they're a bit more of a struggle in the middle section for sure. So I think, you know, Bart got a white card yesterday as well, right? With a 150.
Yes, 150.
He's done a PB in a static, or a competition best at least, and I think he's competing tomorrow.
He is competing tomorrow. That's what I remember.
We'll do another dynamic, so he's looking good for like, you know, kind of overall results. So
Yes.
he doesn't feel like he needs to go again this afternoon. So he's a do not start for this OT.
Yeah, and yesterday actually he just told me that he fractured his kneecap.
Ouch.
Yeah, and he was so low close to the tiles yesterday during his dive and he actually hit the marker.
Ow.
So that's why he decided not to push for yesterday's dive. When he came up fresh, he didn't even need me as a coach.
How did he fracture his kneecap?
We didn't get into that, but yes,
Okay.
he did.
So we just have Tom left now. So Tom's OT is at 2:10 Singapore time.
And he is still warming up.
He's still warming up. He's been warming up all day at this point.
Tom is well known for his warm-ups, long warm-ups.
Yeah.
Long ones.
With soundtrack.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. He said he's just gonna overbreathe and do a 6:30. I think he said again. So kind of taking this as a bit of a training dive, just relaxation, like try and get good sensations.
Yeah.
And then I think he's gonna maybe push tomorrow morning. Putting all the pressure on himself for the last day.
Yeah, he's pretty stressed the last 2 days. Yesterday, because our media setup isn't perfect, but today apparently it's been really good.
Yeah, he's had
No lags.
a bit more time to warm up before his first hold. Actually, I spoke to him about his first hold this morning. He said it was pretty good. Like decent sensations. Oh no, sorry, he said it was a struggle rather. Yeah. But he thinks he breathed decently enough, and the contractions like weren't too early or anything. But just overall, it was quite tough. But yeah, it's still been a couple of stressful days for him. Maybe he didn't quite have as much time to focus as he wanted on his diving. But it was a decent dive this morning, I think. And then if he does another nice one now, hopefully he'll be in like good shape for tomorrow.
Tomorrow's attempt.
Yeah.
Tom is now being dragged by Pat to
delivered to the start zone. He's got about 6 or 7 minutes in the dive zone now to relax.
Last sip of coffee.
Is that it?
That's it. Sorry.
Where's the other one?
Finished.
It is what you think.
Finished.
It is. Oh man. Okay.
I just remembered I gave all the coffee to David for yelling breathe to everyone.
You would have thought for coaching you, I would be priority for the coffee.
Which you had some of the coffee, by the way.
Not enough. Okay. So yeah, last dive of the day here.
Speaking of coffee, some divers actually prefer having coffee before their static dives or even dynamic dives, like myself. How about you, Pete?
Me too. But I think it depends on the feeling in the morning. Like, especially if I'm doing static, like if I'm training and I wake up and I'm just feeling not so much demotivated, but it's like maybe a lack of focus. It's like Saturday morning and it's been hard to get out of bed because it's been a long week. Then I feel like I'm relaxed, but lacking motivation. And like, if that's the issue, lacking motivation, it sounds it's not really, but maybe like relaxed, maybe a bit too tired, right? Just like I feel like it's hard to drive myself to go get to training and do stuff. So then I think in that case, coffee can be kind of helpful just to kind of wake me up a bit. And it helps you, it's a painkiller, right? So it helps you kind of push through the discomfort when like, relaxation is not an issue, right? Because it's like, I'm just going to training, it's Saturday morning, there's nothing to be stressed about. But other days where like I'm feeling motivated, but maybe I'm struggling so much to relax, like maybe there's stuff on my mind, then I might skip the coffee and instead just try and like just calm everything down. So it kind of depends for me when it comes to static.
How about dynamic?
Dynamic. I usually do my dynamics in the evening, so I've usually had many coffees before.
How about a pump?
Pump, yeah. Like if it's like if my OT is after 11, I'll have one first thing in the morning. But partly that's so that I don't get a headache by 11. I'm a bit of a coffee addict. So,
how about
for depth comps? Like for sure, yeah.
For sure.
For sure, depth comps, yeah.
Okay.
So depth for me is a lot more about focus than relaxation. Is like, have I managed to bring my attention to my to where it needs to be? Yeah, mostly for my mouth feel, and I feel like the coffee can help with that.
All right.
Yeah, like for me, for depth, like total relaxation isn't like required. I don't need to be like completely zoned out. I need to be alert enough to put my attention where it is. I think that's possibly because we do so much pool that we're never like O2 challenged when it comes to depth. Not yet, anyway.
Yes, not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I want to go back to your dynamic dive, which is your previous, well, your current bifins record, which is the dynamic bifins. Did you have coffee that morning
I
for
don't
your?
know. I'd have to check my notes.
Okay.
I think probably not, because I think that was a small comp. So I think the OTs were
Too
quite
early?
early.
Okay.
Yeah. And for that, you know, like I know I'm going to be O2 limited. That is going to be the limiting factor. And so I might want to just try and stay as relaxed as possible. And like if it's a long dive like that, I might be, you know, a bit stressed in the comp. So I probably would have skipped coffee that morning.
Okay.
Do you do it every morning before your dynamics, or?
So like today I had like half a cup that I would normally do just to get me focused, because right now I'm lacking focus at the end of my dive and I just want to get there. As I said earlier, I haven't really come up like to like the limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So yeah.
half a cup of coffee and a fistful of benzo.
Okay, we're closing in to 2 minutes before Thomas this dive. Tom's dive.
I think by my watch, we've got 3 minutes to go.
Is it 3 minutes to go?
Oh no, 2 minutes now. Yeah.
Yeah.
My watch doesn't keep proper time. I have no idea why. It's a Garmin.
You have to. You have.
I
to
reset
remember
it,
that.
and every time it just changes itself back to 2 minutes late.
Okay.
Why?
I guess it's time to retire it.
I feel like it happened on my last Garmin as well. So I feel like it's something like between my. I think my phone is sabotaging my Garmin.
Probably.
Okay. So are we?
1:30 to
Yeah.
OT.
Weirdly though, my second time zone is in the right time. No, it's
And
not.
time's right. Okay, while
Okay,
we wait
so-
for the start, I want to talk about my coffee and my static. So for static, I like to have coffee. One of the reasons why I like it is because it helps me prepare for the struggle phase.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it could be too dreamy for me, and then when the struggle comes in, I forget my techniques on how to manage those. If I didn't have coffee, I'm just too relaxed, and then I struggle a lot and not expect that hard part of the dive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I like it for my
Sure.
static.
And I think also like it depends. Like I guess here we're talking about competition dives, right? But then there's also training. And for me, like early morning, sometimes I'm sipping coffee in between my holds if I'm doing like CO2 work, like you're saying.
Yes.
Because I'm not trying to be like super chilled and like get to my O2 maximum. I'm trying to focus.
Okay. All right.
So
It's
Tom
starting.
seems to be. I can't really hear the countdown, but it seems to be like, oh yeah, 5 seconds.
Or
That's
5.
COT. And he got down at
And
plus
he's
9, and
down.
then he's taking his hat off. Yeah, certainly if you're doing that kind of set, then yeah, the coffee's not like a problem in terms of relaxation. So you just need to be able to drive on through the CO2. So Tom's got a bit of a crowd there. Yesterday everyone was crowded here in the commentary box, and I was wondering why everyone wasn't going to go watch it live. Maybe it's because we got such good visuals in the commentary here. Multiple cameras is better than live with the underwater.
The underwater camera is great.
It's good the underwater. You can really see like what's going on with the athlete, how big their contractions are, which is hard to see from the top. But obviously Tom won't be having any now. Probably won't be having any for another 5 minutes.
Also, their bit is shaded. That space is shaded.
Shade down there now, yeah.
So a lot of people are heading there for the shade.
Yeah.
That's true.
We've got 4 umbrellas up over all the laptops now to try and keep them cool. Yeah.
Enrico's doing his swim.
That's Florian.
Oh, is that Florian?
Yeah.
Oh, Enrico was mentioning this morning after my dives, like, oh, thanks for my workout whenever I saved you.
Yeah, there were some fast dives last couple of days. The safeties have had their work cut out. Tom comes up to 2 minutes. Just when he gets there, just ask him to move.
Yeah.
Go to the end and ask him to just. So as I say, we're not anticipating, according to Tom, we're not anticipating a super long dive from him here. He says he's gonna over ventilate again, just have like a relaxed 6.5 minute dive.
With Tom, I remember safetying him, and he says that he needs to be parallel to the lines to the tiles. He can't be like, not oriented.
Really? Why is that?
Yes. He said he doesn't know. I actually asked the same question. It's like, why? It's like, it's just messes up with his head.
Yeah, I
So it
think it's
needs
if
to
you
be.
kind of like open your eyes and you don't know where you are.
Yeah.
Whereas if everything is lined up, at least you know like which way is the wall and things. And that just flash feeling of disorientation can sometimes be a bit distracting.
Yes, true. That happens to me often, actually. Now over 3:30.
Yeah. Four minutes now. Tom's still got a pretty thick wetsuit on, I think.
Well, he's been in the water for a long time.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Whereas we saw Ben just in a t-shirt because he doesn't have such a long warm up. But Tom going into the water at like 25 past, so it's like 50 minutes in the water already. So you need a thicker suit if you're in there for that long. Even if the water's warm, it's still like draining heat from you.
When we do static holds, we don't want to shiver because that takes out what they said 15% of your performance, 20% out of your performance.
Yeah, and that's if like you don't let it mentally distract you. Because for me, as soon as I start shivering, I know that I'm like burning more oxygen. That itself just makes me mentally like not bought into the dive anymore, right? You just think, this isn't going to go well. So it's really hard then to like stay relaxed and stay positive about the dive.
Tom is now.
Yeah, so he's reaching the side at 5:30. So looks like, as he predicted, over ventilated and just going to have like a 6 or 6:30 hold. He's not pushing it here.
Stretching.
Putting his feet down, and he's up at 6 minutes. So right on what he predicted. So I guess we'll see with Tom what he's got for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I think he'll go for it, and then keep the afternoon maybe as a backup. But today he wasn't really feeling it this morning. He said it didn't go great, and so he was just going to go for like a chilled 6 minutes here, which is what he's done. So yeah, a long way off what what he's capable of, and certainly what he's been doing in training. But we're obviously waiting for the card, but I think it's going to be a white. Yeah, there we go.
And it is a white card.
Okay, so that's all the dives for today, and we will be back tomorrow with a similar program. Fewer divers, I think. Some people
Have work.
got jobs.
Yes.
Imagine.
I do have to work today so that I can skip tomorrow.
Same. So I'm off to go do some work now so that I can be back here tomorrow. But yeah, some people aren't quite as flexible, so there will be a few less divers, I think, tomorrow, but the same setup: statics first, dynamics in the middle, and then round
static
2 of
again.
statics.
Right, let's recap the
See if
result for this afternoon.
see if we can see some even bigger dives tomorrow. Everyone seems to be progressing day by day, so we'll see how it goes. Oh yeah, so recap the results here. Tomas, Tom Robert there with his it's not come up there, is it? But 6 minutes. Aaron with his 6 minutes, like a solid dive from him. Xiao, great dive at 5:45. Lewis beating his dive from this morning with equally stressful surface protocol, 4:19. Ben doing an impressive 8:17, having done an 8:57 this morning. Just huge back-to-back dives there. Jean-Noel getting a red card for a touch. He has appealed that. I don't know if the results of the appeal has come in.
I'm not
so we
sure
might see that later being reversed. If it will depend on whether the coach was kind of holding him up or just touching him. So that will be reviewed. And then Florian with a red card on an 8:47. Just lacking a little bit of focus on his exit there. It wasn't a max for him. Maybe him and his coach were both lacking a bit of focus. I don't know. I didn't hear the coaching, but he just signed before he'd removed his nose clip. As Pat mentioned, I think he was wearing a mask in the morning, and so it's just one thing to remove. Whereas today he was in the afternoon he was goggles on nose clip, so 2 things to remove, and he just forgot to remove the second thing. And then Fitri with a 5:02, backing up like the 5:20-ish, I think she did this morning.
Yes, 5:21.
Yeah, so excellent, like back-to-back dives for her again.
Amazing.
Yeah, so thanks again to our sponsors. See on the screen, Barbarian Nose Clip, Ladyfish Dive Gear, Free Dive with Pat, our own
Phoenix
Pat here.
Rehab.
Phoenix Rehab, a local rehab. Prussian Blue, who are donating some fins. Rockbee, who are donating some of their delicious protein drinks. Ocean Hugs, and GetECstatic, who are sponsoring the media.
Yeah, and media setup, yes.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joel and Judy, for our media setup.
Absolutely, there's a big team here helping
The
out.
amazing team
With the commentary and the cameras. Much appreciated to everybody, and obviously to our judges, etc., and safeties, of course. So we'll hopefully see you all back here tomorrow. All right, thank you very much.